Hey, I'm Mark Harper, United States Air Force captain, and no shit, there I was, Djibouti, Africa. It's my first day at Camp Lemonnier, and I'm walking down the hall to report in to my new boss. Now, because of the crazy things I've heard about him, I make sure I'm extra high on protocol and I actually do an official military report in. So I get up, I knock once on the door, he calls me in, I'm squaring my turns as I walk in, right up to his desk, throw up a salute. Sir, I'm I know who the you are, and if you with me, I'm gonna you. Do you get that? I am gonna you. And as I'm on my way back out the door, with my tail between my legs, he says, Captain Harper, one more thing. Starting tomorrow, you're doing weather podcasts. Do you hear me? Weather podcasts for the people of Djibouti. I start walking back to go deliver my troops the news. And I'm thinking to myself, this is 2007. Podcasts are a brand new thing. The iPhone hasn't been even released yet. The people of Djibouti barely have running water, electricity, or even electronics to connect to the non-existent dial-up for these things. So I go back and tell the troops the news. We've got our first mission, and it's to create weather podcasts for the people of Djibouti. What? What's a podcast? Why are we doing that? And it was crazy. None of us understood, like, what exactly was the point of this? But we did them, and we quickly became the laughingstock of the camp. Hello, Djibouti, from Camp Lemonnier. It is 100 degrees, humid as hell, and no chance of rain. And the next day, hello, Djibouti, Camp Lemonnier again, 100 degrees, humid as hell, no chance of rain. Hello, Djibouti, Camp Lemonnier, 100 degrees, humid as hell, no chance of rain. Day after day after day after brutal day. I decided I'm going to be a little bit clever, and I think to myself, well, if this is the trend, temperature stays the same, let's just do them all at once, just for a week. Let's not go crazy. And by day 2, the very next day, he comes running into my office and he said, did you record this yesterday? Because I saw that the degrees changed by 0.1, and I bet you did it yesterday to save time. And I am going to you. This is strike 2. You do what I say. You do these. And he storms out of the office and he's gone. So we are trudging along making our weather podcast, and we catch wind that a 2-star admiral's coming to the camp to audit all the different departments. And we're hearing that this guy is a hard ass. This is a dumb idea. Why aren't you doing this? Did you think of this? I mean, he was literally tearing people apart. And he's coming to our department last. And we could not be more excited that our boss was gonna have to face this firing squad and explain this stupid idea of the weather podcast. So he's up there outlining his PowerPoint and explaining the accolades of weather podcasts. We're winning the hearts and minds. Weather is the key to happiness. Knowledge is power. And we're all looking at the Admiral and ourselves thinking, oh, good Lord, he's finally gonna get it. He's finally gonna have the book thrown at him. Damn it! This is brilliant! This is the type of forward-leaning thinking that we need here. You are a genius, sir! A genius! And we all just sat there, motionless at first, but then it was like, what? Did he say? Why? What? And it was miserable because basically at this point, he was justified for everything he did, and every way we tried to shortcut him just came back to bite us in the ass. Then we get a notice 3 weeks later that his replacement was cycling in. Our commander was finally gonna leave. So in comes the new 06. He sets up a meeting to meet with everybody to see how all the departments are doing. I end up getting the last slot, 11 o'clock at night. And his aide says to me, he's been up 72 hours. You're gonna get a very tired captain here talking to you. I say no problem. I just have one thing to get off my chest. It starts with a P and ends with an oddcast. So he comes in, he sits down right in front of me. My office is so small, our knees are actually physically touching. I look at him and I say, sir, can we stop doing these weather podcasts? And he said, you're doing weather podcasts? Why? And I'm like, I know, it's stupid. And he's like, stop doing weather podcasts. I'm like, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And as I'm in the middle of thanking him, his eyes roll to the back of his head. He passes out and he pitches forward and his head slams into my chest. And as I'm pinned against my chair, I look down at him and I say, sir, welcome to Djibouti.